What's going on, YouTube family? JC coming back with another video, trying to go over what you guys need to do and how to shoot on non-shooting builds. So what I have today is I'm gonna bring my shooting guard, two-way playmaking slasher, what I have on the screen. I do have another two-way slashing playmaker that's a point guard, but for some reason he doesn't have as many shooting badges as this one does. So this setup gives you about 10 shooting badges. So I'm gonna go over what I typically like to do to shoot on this build, and kind of describe what you guys need to look for if you want to shoot better on your non-shooting builds. So let's get into it. All right, so if we look at the badges, I got 10, 10, 15, and 19. This is more of my off-ball build. It's not a primary ball handling build, or I would have probably more playmaking badges. It's probably a secondary playmaking build because I normally play the threes for the most part. So yeah. All right, let's look at it. We got 10 shooting badges. So this is the current setup I have for my shooting badges. Or typically, I'll take range extender off, probably put it on green machine, and that's pretty much it. Or I'll take this off and put this here, no green machine, if I'm using my jump shot. I use John Wall jump shot. Most people use jump shot 38 and jump shot 98, and I'm gonna use both of those jump shots in this video. I don't use them normally, so we're gonna have a bit of a growing and learning session on this particular video, but we will understand the cues and understand what we need to do to shoot a little bit better. So seeing as though this is just in practice in my court, I just went ahead and put range extender on gold, and I put Hot Zone Hunter Hall of Fame. This is pretty much typically what I run when I play, except I have quick draw on gold. All right, so we got quick draw on silver. I think silver is pretty much all you need for jump shot 98, jump shot 38. You can increase it if you want to be a little bit faster for those with a lot more shooting badges. But for the off-ball builds or the non-shooting builds, I think we got to find a jump shot that is fast enough for you to get off on silver without too many people contesting your shots. And you don't have to use corner specialist on silver. You can kind of move that around, green machine, or if you want to put Hot Zone Hunter gold, I probably would go Hot Zone Hunter gold, and take range extender down and probably put it on green machine or something like that, because I don't think you need range extender on gold unless you're trying to shoot from deep range or your primary ball handler. But anyway, we'll bring that back here. Let's go to the court and put up some shots. Oh, so one more badge. Put that here. All right. All right, so now we back on my court. Let's see what jump shot I have on this guy currently. All right, so I'm gonna first start with jump shot 98. Like I said, I don't use jump shot 98. I practiced with it a little bit, so I kind of know the cues on this jump shot, but we're gonna figure it out. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go to the ball machine, since we're just gonna try to put up some shots. All right, I'm just gonna go and get this shot off. All right, so that was early. All right, so for jump shooters, like if you want to be able to shoot at all places along the perimeter, then me personally, I say there's about 8 different areas where you got to learn your shot and your shot cue. So you have the corner shot. You got here on kind of close by the hash a little bit. So this little zone right here can get a little tricky. You just got to get the timing for there. And then from right here to almost at the top of the key or the top of the perimeter, the shot looks a little bit different. So you got to get the cue for that one. Then of course at the top, you got to look at your cue from there. And likewise in this little quadrant here, the shot looks a little bit different. And then right here, the shot looks a little different. Then of course you have the other corner on the left side. So like I said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, seven to 8 different spots along the perimeter. And in the future videos, I'll highlight those more in depth to kind of show what I mean. But for this video, we'll say 7. All right. So the cue for jump shot 98 is a side shot, and you're bringing it all the way up to the top of the head, and you kind of got to look for it. I'll do this shot one more time. You're kind of looking for the shot to come up to the top of the head from the side, and I'm kind of trying to go too fast with it. It's not too fast on quick draw silver. You know, me personally, I don't choose fast jump shots, primarily because I like nice visual cues for me to shoot. That's why I use the John Wall shot, so I can hit those under stress and in the game. But if you practice this shot enough, you'll be able to green it, and especially if you got the right badges on, you'll be able to green it, no problem. Boom. So I think I got the timing for this shot. You just hold it a little bit longer than if you would have it on gold or Hall of Fame for sure. Okay. All right. So then we'll move over here to this quadrant over here, kind of close by the hash. Kind of same thing, but you just got to look at the hands. You see the hands a little bit better now, a little bit more defined. That was a little early. Bring it up. I'm still hitting a little bit early. Because I got my own timing for the John Wall shot, because I ran that shot on gold quick draw. So it's kind of interfering. So you just got to hold the shot a little bit longer. Like I said, it looks a little different from this angle. All right, we'll slide over into this quadrant right here, where your head kind of gets in the way and it kind of changes how your shot looks a little bit. I'm a little early on that one, but I'm just looking for it. I'm looking for the hand to align on top of the head. I'm looking for the fingertips to come up, and then I let that go. One more shot. Just hold a little bit longer. Boom. So then we come back over here to the top. Let's see if we can find the visual cue here. It just right as soon as it gets to the middle, aligns in the middle of the forehead, you let that thing go. Like I said, this is just standard base 98 jump shot. Nothing spectacular. I'm letting it go a little early here. Let that go a little late. The top of the key shot is probably one of the hardest shots to master, because it just feels quicker than the side shots. The visual is just a lot quicker. There's not much action going, so it just seems a lot faster than what it really is. But just on the top of the key, the visuals look a little different. Let's see if we get one more in a row. Good shot. But yeah, so a lot of times when you're trying to find your jump shot, you gotta pick a shot that works for you. I'm kind of going over to pretty much the shot that most of the community uses. We're moving into the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th quadrant here. And this one is a little trickier. The shots on the left are easier to time if you have a eye for visual cues. See, what we're looking for here is for the fingers to kind of relax at the top of the head. That's the cue. I let that go a little early. Come on, ball, come on, right back. And that's pretty much what I'm looking for. When the fingers kind of relax and align at the top of the head, then I let it go. Let's see if we can get one more in rhythm. Boom. That's a little late. I felt that one was a little bit late. Like I said, I don't know the shot. That's a little early. I don't know the shot too well, because I don't use it. But there we go. There go another green. So then we get in this little quadrant right here, so you can see more of the side head. So right here, what you want to do is you want to let that thing go at the apex. When the fingers are aligned at the apex, that's when you want to let it go, like that. Let's see if we get one more shot. That was I felt a little late to me. They say early, but that felt a little late to me. Boom. We get one more. That felt good. It was a little early. There we go. So you may have just hang, let the fingers come back just a little bit behind the head, and then pull. Let's see if we get one more. There we go. Boom. Now the last quadrant, 7th quadrant, over here in the left corner, at the top of the head, just let it hang for about 100 milliseconds. I don't know if you guys can feel that, but if you shoot a lot, then you kind of You gotta let it hang at the top a little bit, just a little bit. Don't let it go too far. Relax a little bit, and then you can get a smooth shot. Corner shots are pretty much the easiest shots to kind of time. The hardest shot, like I said, is at the top. It depends on where you like to shoot. So, and depending on how you flow with your group, if you're primary ball handler, if you're off ball, will determine where you take most of your shots. But yeah, the right and the left corners are pretty easy for me. Boom. Like I was saying before, to find your ideal jump shot, you might have to go through a couple of jump shots. You got to find what visual cues you like the most, which shot feels the most fluid for you. If you're a person that likes the fastest jump shots, of course, jump shot 98 and jump shot 38 is what I come to understand. Probably the quickest jump shots, especially when you put it on gold and Hall of Fame. But that's the first tip. The second tip is you got to identify your game. For instance, like if you're a primary ball handler, where do you take most of your shots? If you're running ISO, you'll probably take most of your shots at the hashes, middle to the right hash. That's probably where you take most of your shots, because most of the time when you ISO, your teammates are in the corners. Especially if you're playing threes. Twos is a little bit wide open. You have a larger range to shoot, but that's primarily what you need. Identify your game. Where are you gonna? If you're playing off ball, if you take catch and shooting, where are you catching shooting at the most? Because most of the time point guards, especially if they pick and roll. If you play pick and roll most of the time, usually you're in the corner. If not, if you kind of run pick and roll the way I run pick and roll, we'll come off primary ball handler will come down, make a move, whichever side he wants to go to, and then we'll get an off ball screen, try to get the off ball player open, shoot. If not, then reset whoever has the ball, come back at the top, work on the screens, and try to get downhill, especially if you don't have a non-shooting big. But anyway, identify your game, identify which places on the court that you like to shoot. All right, so real quick, we'll switch over to jump shot 38. I think my teammates, the team I primarily run with, they are believers of jump shot 38. That's particularly what they use. I don't really use it. Like I said, we'll kind of grow this jump shot and see how well we can do with that particular jump shot. All right, once again, we're gonna go around the key in the 7 primary quadrants. Come on, gang. All right, so we're gonna start over here in the right corner. A jump shot 38 is pretty quick. You want to hit it, and again, I'm using quick draw silver. I think 38 is pretty legit on silver. And what the cue I'm looking for on this shot is when the fingers reach the top of the head, right there at the apex of the forehead is when I'm letting that thing go, which makes this a very good corner shot. All right, I let go of that one a little bit early. Both corners, it looks very similar. Boom. All right, we're still kind of in the corner. Bang. All right, so we're gonna move in the second quadrant. Another thing is, like I said, if you have a problem with your jump shot, or just trying new jump shots, even fast jump shots, what I recommend you do is you break it all the way down. Take your quick draw off, because you need to find the visual cues from the 7 quadrants. So take it all the way off and find the visual cue. Once you find the visual cue, then you can add silver. You can add it up to bronze, and then once you get comfortable with bronze, add it to silver. That's the best way to learn your jump shot. First, you got to find the cue. Boom, and then work your way up to the speed. You just got to work your way up and practice every day. Spend about I would say I spend about probably 10 minutes a day just practicing the different quadrants, because what you want to do is I use that just to get warmed up, because I use a lot of different builds, shooting and non-shooting builds. So to get warmed up, I come in here, I practice in each quadrant. I want to make about 10 greens in each quadrant. See, that's a little early. 10 greens in each quadrant, then I'm good to go, because once I got the cue down, I got the cue down. I was a little bit late on that one. Boom. Let's see if we can get 3 in a row from the second quadrant. 2, 3. good shot. All right, so let's slide over here to what I call the third quadrant a little bit, and so it changes a little bit. Your angle changes and what you need to look for. I'm still looking for it to hit the apex of the head, but the visually is just a little different. I don't know, for some reason it's a little easier. It's a little bit easier for me to shoot these little top angle shots a little bit because I've been practicing them a little bit. Boom. See if we can get one more. I missed that one. Let's see. Boom. All right. So let's come back on the top of the key. Let's see if we can get 3 in a row here. 1, 2. Remember this jump shot 38 on silver quick draw. 3. Let's see if we can get one more for the road. 4. All right. Let's come over here. So I'm a little late on that one in the 5th quadrant. Just watch the hands coming at the top of the head, and watch the finger. The thing with jump shot 38 is the fingers. It's just a fingertip shot. So I'm waiting for it to lean back a little bit, align, and get ready to launch. That's when I let it go. I'm a little bit early on that one. So this will probably be my problem area. I'll probably shoot a few more shots just to get comfortable on this particular quadrant if I was using this jump shot. So I'm a little early because I'm anticipating. Just let it flow. It's still on. It's on silver, so it's not gonna be too fast. Boom. Let's get one more. I think I got this quadrant time pretty well. I got help on that one. I was early. Come on, let's get one more in this section. Let's get one more. Boom. All right, let's move over here to the 6th quadrant. So it's a little easier to time over here. I'm letting it lean back. I'm letting that shot off the right hand lean back, and your shot timing will change a little bit if you left-handed or right-handed. All my players are right-handed, so that's what I tend to practice with. I don't know, man. I think this jump shot 38 is a little bit. It's about maybe a few milliseconds longer than 98. 98 is pretty quick, but I think I found my zone over here. The wing, the hash marks, I'm pretty good shooting with this shot because I can see it a lot better. You can see the hands a lot better. I was a little late on that one. That house on Hunter saved me. I was greening just a minute ago. All right. Yeah, I lost the cue. He'll come back. One more. Hey, late on that one. All right, there we go. All right, now we in the last quadrant, 7th quadrant. Boom. I don't know. Probably the left side is easy because I can see my right hand the easiest. I can see the little curl S motion and shoot. And then in the corners, you just hold it a little bit longer. And you're green. Let's get one more. Boom. All right. So that's the basics of, finding a jump shot for a non-shooting build. Just find the right jump shot for you. Tip number 1, find the one that you feel you can time pretty good. If you want a fast shot, I suggest you start at bronze or no quick draw at all to get the timing down, then work your way up. Number 2, identify your game as far as where you're going to be shooting for primarily. Are you an ISO player, which means you'll be shooting pretty much at the top of the key. On the 2s, you'll probably have to shoot. You probably have to master all the zones. Number 3, practice your cues. Once you figure out what your cues are, practice your cues daily. Like I say, get in here into my court and go for 10 greens in each zone. So you can get a feel for it. It may take you with a new jump shot for me. Probably takes me about a week and a half to really get down, because you got to get that muscle memory to where you get a feel for the shot, right? And number 4, just come in here and practice, man. Find your cues, come in here and practice, and you should be good to go. That's JC signing out. Appreciate you guys for listening and watching, and tune in for the next video where I may break down the cues for each jump shot in particular. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.